Marquise Braxton, and I'm here with DJ Cray, as I like to call him. I'm here to do an interview for PRT. So, start off the questions. Just state your name, age, and where you're from.
My name is Nick Cray. I'm 30 years old, and I'm originally from Chicago.
Okay. Where you attending college?
I went to Eastern Illinois University. It's about 2.5 hours south of Chicago.
And what did you major in?
Majored in physical education and minor in driver's ed and health.
That's crazy. Can you state your current job?
Yeah, right now, currently for NC State football, I'm an assistant director of football operations.
Don't sell yourself short. I know you DJ too.
Yeah, and a side job DJ.
All right. Were you an athlete as a kid, or was you involved in any sports growing up?
I played football at Eastern Illinois. Played football. I wouldn't consider myself an athlete, though. I tried to play football. But yeah, I ended up, when I was attending college, playing football for Eastern Illinois.
All right. Could you state some things that you do, like, for your career, like, within the job?
For here, yeah. For any operations guys in the program, and it's not just me. We have about 4 or 5 other guys that we work together, and it's kind of, you wear many hats. Anything that's called on you during the day that you have to take care of. You might come into this building, have 5 things on your to-do list, and then you're going to leave with 7 at the end of the day. It's anywhere from travel, meals, housing, scholarships, budget, everything within the program. And it's nice, we have multiple people that help us out, so we each divvy up the tasks.
I got you. Did you, originally, want to be, head of, operations type of guy?
Originally, when I was playing college football, before I went to college, I wanted to be a high school football coach. And that's what I had always dreamed about. That's what I wanted to do, so that's why I did get the major I was going for in college. But once I got to college football and I saw how much fun my college coaches made it, I was like, well, if it didn't work out in college football, I'd have something great to fall back on. So I ended up trying out college football, and I was coaching for 4 years before I started getting into the front office business side of it, into the operations. And once I started getting into operations, I just found a passion for that, and I really enjoyed all the things that came with.
All right, can you tell me a little bit about your career path of becoming director of operations?
Sure. Yeah. No. After I graduated from Eastern Illinois, I stayed there for 2 years, and I coached the defensive line. And in this career, it's all about who you know. So I went to school at Eastern, I coached there for 2 years. It was time for me to move on and try and meet a new staff and, keep moving around and meet new people. And I went over to Villanova University. It's right outside Philadelphia. And I worked there, and I was coaching tight ends for 2 years there as well. It wasn't until I went to Yale University that I started getting into operations. And I was there for a little over 2 years. That's kind of what paved the way, and that's where I found my passion for ops. And I went to Ball State University right outside Indianapolis for a short cup of coffee. I was there for 10 months. And then I was fortunate enough, the assistant director of football operations job opened up here, and I was able to get an interview, all because of someone that I knew on the staff that got my resume in and ended up working out.
So was it any obstacles you had to face to get where you are?
Yeah, I don't know, I wouldn't say obstacles, but the job comes with, so many different things you have to do. When I came out of college, I always had to work on being organized. I always wasn't like that, but I had to work on my organization skills and make sure I had everything in line. I had to make sure I wrote everything down, because there's so much going on at once that you don't ever want to forget anything. So that was kind of one of the things that I really worked on was, organizing things.
All right. Are you satisfied with the salary that you're making currently?
Yeah. And when you sit back and look at it, the biggest thing is that I love working with the players, with you guys. And I know that sounds cliche, and that's what a lot of people say, but the best part about the job is going in the locker room or being around the players. And as I think it's, as you get older and you look for a job and you look at what you want to do, you got to find something that you love doing. Yeah, you know, money pays the bills, but if you're making a lot of money and you don't love what you're doing, I mean, it's hard to get up in the morning. It's a lot easier to get up at 6 a.m. for a job you love.
I understand that. Can you describe like your time, like your schedule throughout the day, like when you come in, when you usually leave, like your daily schedule?
What's nice here is with 5 different people in our operations program, we all divvy stuff up, like who's doing what and when. So it's nice that during the day you can have things laid out for you. We got plenty of help, but I mean, coming in the morning, you get ready for morning practice, which is good. And obviously, you know, during practice, I'm out there DJing. So I mean, it's good. You come in after practice, and you know, you have a checklist you go through on things you need to get done throughout the day, getting ready for your next opponent. Like right now, you know, we're already looking at Clemson, and we're trying to plan the trip. Well, with the trip with Clemson, we're taking a plane. Well, the plane's a little bit smaller, so we're also taking a bus for the support staff. You know, I got to get certain things done by Wednesday because I leave on Thursday with about 5 other people and go to the hotel early to make sure it's ready for when you guys get there on Friday. So I'm already leaving for Clemson on Thursday, a day earlier, just to make sure everything's going good.
All right, and what type of skills do you think are important for someone to have at your position?
I think one of the most important things to have in this position is your personality. You have to be able to connect with the players. Now, necessarily, the ops job that's here that we do may not be the same everywhere, but for what I like to do in this career is help the players be there when they need me. You know, they can come in and talk to me anytime. I don't decide when they play or when they don't play. You know, but they can talk to me if they have a problem or anything. And I think it gives them just one extra person to be there for them. And I think you got to be, you know, you can't get aggravated. You know, I mean, everyone was in college and things happen, and it's just nice to be able to take care of the guys.
That's true. What parts of your job do you like the most?
The most, and I mean, it goes back to that, is probably just hanging out with you guys. Like when it's downtime, going in the players' lounge, being in the locker room, helping you guys out. I mean, that's a great part. One of the other parts that I do enjoy is the travel. That's what I work a lot with during the season is the travel. I do like doing that. I like setting that stuff up. It's the rooms here, the hotel meals there. It's just, I don't know, it's something that I enjoy doing, and I think that's kind of how I knew I liked doing this job, is because coaches hate doing that stuff. Yeah. They don't want to do anything. They want to coach. And as I started getting into it, and I started, you know, helping plan the stuff and looking for meals and looking for deals to get on meals, you know, I had fun doing it.
What part of the job do you like the least?
Like the least? Like the least? That's a good question. I don't know. I would say, you know, you have to, you deal with a lot of different people, a lot of different personalities. I think one of the things you have to be good at that you might not necessarily like is you have to know how to deal with people. You know, I may have, you know, people come up to me with problems or being upset, not even players, you know, other people that are outside the program or whatnot, but you have to learn how you have to help them. You can't get upset yourself because that's your job. You're there to figure out a problem or figure out a solution to the problem. So I would say, like, you know, no one likes, you know, when people come and talk to them or have a problem, but it's good.
All right, what kind of people would you recommend at your job? Like, say for instance, what type of people do you think will be successful at the same job that you're doing? Like,
I think, I mean, you just look, I mean, if someone's interested or they really want to get involved in the program, I think it's someone, when you start off, like, you find guys that just are workhorses, they grind. You know, we got guys that they do anything and everything you need them to do. Like you have this, this, and this to take care of, 3 things. Well, there's someone you can call on to take care of one of those things, so you don't have to worry about it, and they just get it done constantly. So like a real go-getter, you know, a guy that just gets things done.
All right. What is the job market like for your career?
As I started getting operations, I mean, you slowly start to see a lot more people that are interested in it, I think. And now, you know, teams, it's essential for someone to be doing that. And you're starting to see, before where it was just like one guy doing the job. And then all of a sudden you're seeing, well, he has an assistant, and then there's like an associate, and then there's interns. And it's been building on because there's so many things that are happening on a program. You know, you need that essential staff for everyone to come together and get things, make it happen.
All right. So would you say communications and just people skills in general is like a pivotal part of what you do, like every day, inside and out?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, your organization, your people skills, how you treat people, I think those are really big. You know, probably one of the 2 biggest things I think with operations.
What about like what you do like with coaches? I know you said that you work a lot with players, but I know you communicate a lot with not only like head coaches but assistant coaches to know where they're supposed to be at certain times.
Sure.
So like, can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah. Our whole mentality here is, you know, let the coaches coach. Like, let them worry about just coaching. So the more that we can take off their plate, Joe, who's our head director of football operations, does a great job at constantly sending out the itinerary and, you know, where guys are supposed to be and, you know, what time they're there every day, you know, sending it out. This is what this is what the team meeting is. This is when we're going to start practice, whatnot. But it's good to help communicate all that. You know, our offensive line coach, he wanted to do something special for the players every week. So Thursdays, you know, he wanted to make sure that, you know, he can get those guys an occasional meal or whatever. Mm-hmm. And it was just like that stuff is me setting that up for him, so he doesn't have to go and set that up. You know, it's like it's me. I'll take care of it. All you gotta do is just pick up the food. It'll all be ready. I'll tell him how much, and I'll make sure it's all set to go.
Is it any like perks to your position?
Yeah. I mean, it's perks. I mean, here and there. The guys always joke because in the hotels I set up the hotel travel, so the guys come up to my room because I have the amenities. So I'll have like the trail mix or beef jerky or you know, cheese tray, but the hotel always leaves amenities. So that's the guys always mess around with me like because they don't get any amenities.
I got you. If you can go back and change anything with your career path to get into where you are now, would you change it or?
I definitely wouldn't. I'm very blessed and I'm extremely humble to be a part of NC State football. I wouldn't change anything because it taught me everything leading up to now, and I'm still learning. You know, continue to learn every day. Learn something new from the guys I work with, from the players to the coaches. You know, it's just everything that's built up. It's, you know, you learn stuff from your mistakes. You learn stuff from things that have happened in the past, the good things and the bad. So I wouldn't change anything.
Most people consider you like a kind of guy or a type of guy that's like behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
What would you consider yourself as?
I would, yeah, the same thing. Just there's so many different moving parts, and it's not just not myself. There's other guys in our operations program, and we're all behind the scenes guys that, you know, we do little things that make everything run smooth. Like that's our goal, is to make things run smooth. We had a lightning delay this past game during the hurricane. It's our one ops guy making sure the coaches come back down on time after they're already on their way up. It's another one of the ops guys making sure the golf cart's there to grab the coaches and bring them down to our locker room quickly so we can, you know, go over some more plays and they can talk to the players. It's me communicating with game operations staff on how long the lightning delay is, where's the storm at, that's a weatherman, you know, connecting with them and talking to that. It's like everyone has a little part in the program, and your main goal is just to make sure everything runs smooth and it goes over without a hitch.
All right, last question. If it's one piece of advice you can give someone that's interested in pursuing your career, what would it be?
I would definitely say that one of the best things I can tell you is talk to anybody and everybody you know, you see somebody, everyone has something to offer you. Like, everyone has a good piece of information. Everyone's knowledgeable. I talk to everybody, man. Like, I'm just a personal guy like that. I like conversating with people. Everyone always has something good for you, something good to say, and you can learn something from everybody. So that's one thing I would say is your personality and being outgoing and talking to people. That's one of the biggest things I think that can make you successful down the road.
All right, thank you for your time. I'm Marquise
Absolutely.
Braxton. This is DJ Cray.
All right,
Appreciate that.
I got you. Get that A+.